Hello, JVIC Tech Call attendees and question askers. This is a video response from our April call, and there are several videos involved, and we're doing each one by topic. So this one's on Infusionsoft. We have a couple of Infusion questions. So the first one says, "Hi Rob, thanks for sharing your expertise. Can you tell me the major differences between Infusionsoft and One Shopping Cart?" So, at least in my own head, the major differences are that Infusionsoft costs more money. I haven't actually researched the prices though, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But in my head, I've got it that Infusionsoft's about $300 a month and One Shopping Cart's $100 a month. I might be totally wrong there, so don't quote me on that. But it's my understanding that Infusionsoft is more expensive. The other big difference is that most people do not use the full functionality of Infusionsoft. They just use it to kind of survive. But the ones that do use the full functionality will typically have an Infusionsoft expert on their team, like a VA that's been to InfusionCon and really knows the product well. So unless you have someone like that, or unless you're willing to go be that expert, and I don't think you should spend your time doing that, then I would say all the extra stuff that Infusion does, which is very powerful with all sorts of campaigns, and if they do this, then we should do that, but if they do that, then we should do something else. With all the the decisions and the tagging and the stuff it does, it's very good at that. But I'd say it's good at that if you have a big business and you really need to segment your prospects and customers, and based on who they are and where they are and what they've done, tell them what to do next. You can run an incredibly effective business using One Shopping Cart, which is so much simpler than Infusion. So between the two, I would say that Infusionsoft, I think, is more expensive and definitely more complex. On top of that, most people don't use the complex stuff in Infusionsoft, so they'd be just as fine using One Shopping Cart. Unless you've got an Infusionsoft expert VA on your team, in which case, it might actually benefit you to use Infusionsoft. A lot of my clients use Infusionsoft, but they don't use all the super complex if this then that functionality in Infusionsoft. Also, Infusionsoft's got this legacy stuff versus their new stuff, and sometimes they say, well, to do this, you have to go back and use the legacy, but to do that, you should use the new one. And I don't know. To me, Infusionsoft kind of overwhelms me. Maybe I just have never dug into it deep enough. Some people call it Confusionsoft, haha. But anyway, if you're already invested into Infusionsoft, I'd say stay with it. And the reason why is you've already set up your business around it. I think it's going to slow you down to drop Infusionsoft and go with One Shopping Cart. But if you're trying to choose between providers, between Infusion and One Shopping Cart and maybe Entreport, hands down, I'd say go with One Shopping Cart. It's what Rich and Milana use. It's what I know best, so I can support you with it. And it flat out works for successful JVs. One of my incredibly successful clients who's done 7-figure launches uses One Shopping Cart. And he's smiling all the way to the bank, which is great, and One Shopping Cart is his vehicle. So, okay, what is better for a healthcare business that will also be selling products and services online? One Shopping Cart, in my opinion. My voice cracked there. That's not because I doubt it. Let me just try again. One Shopping Cart is, in my opinion, is better, again, unless you're already invested into Infusionsoft. If you've already got Infusion in your business and everything's connected, don't take it apart and quit unless the difference in monthly fee warrants all that extra energy and time and effort. So what's better? Unless you have an Infusionsoft expert VA on your team, I would say One Shopping Cart would be the better choice. Okay, Rob, I already signed up with and paid for Infusionsoft before I found you guys. Can I stick with IS, or do you recommend switching to One Shopping Cart? If you haven't done anything to set up Infusionsoft, I would recommend you see if you can get a refund or abandon it, and just go with One Shopping Cart. If what I've said is true, that the One Shopping Cart $99 a month price is better than Infusion. If they're the same, I don't know. All things equal, if money is no object, I'd say drop Infusionsoft, go with One Shopping Cart. But if you've already started integrating Infusion into your business, just like I said before, then I'd probably stay on that train for a while. And the reason why is that Again, the energy of switching from one cart to another, especially if you've built a list already, getting those names off of Infusionsoft and into one shopping cart can cause all sorts of problems. You have to prove that people double opted in and blah, 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 blah. So, and they might not have double opted in. So anyway, and don't worry if you don't know what a double opt-in is. I'm just saying it is a pain to switch from an integrated system to a new system. But if you have not integrated yet, then I would say jump over to one shopping cart and let us support you the best possible way we can. We'll still do our best to support you with Infusionsoft. We may be pointing you to their tech support if it's too hairy or whatever. Yeah, another thing is you might consider hiring an Infusionsoft expert VA. I'm sure that Rich and Milana can recommend some, and I know a few also. Actually, they're really busy right now. They're in high demand because people seem to not understand Infusionsoft very easily, whereas one shopping cart is really, really simple and will support you for a very big and successful business. Okay, that's the end of the Infusion video. I'll see you perhaps in the next video.